Good morning everybody, and welcome to Boat Harbour Park at Paradise Point. Here you'll find many picnic areas, a children's playground, and as I turn around, a wonderful, fantastic view. To get here I've taken the 719 bus from Harbour Town. However, there are many buses that are going to take you to Paradise Point, so I'd recommend just using Google Maps from your location to Paradise Point. So this is the bus stop I disembarked at, and if you go down any of these roads you'll actually be able to see through there the Broadwater, so where Paradise Point meets the Broadwater. However, my plan for today, I'm going to go down the Esplanade around the point of Paradise Point, and that is then going to take me all the way round to the Broadwater side. Let's see how we get on. The suburb of Paradise Point is located on a peninsula bounded by the Coomba Creek, Coomera River and the Northern Broadwater. The suburb also encompasses Ephron and Sovereign Islands. Prior to its subdivision and development, the area was a quiet fishing spot that could be reached by a track that went through swampy land studded with eucalyptus. It is simply stunning here. It's so peaceful, great place for a walk. Furry friends are allowed, but they are required to be on a leash unless otherwise stated. Barbecues are available on the Esplanade as well as multiple picnic areas. And there is a water fountain here for use. And at the bottom there's also a dog bowl, perfect for your furry friend. Following World War II, approximately 200 hectares of land, which eventually became Paradise Point, was owned by Ralph Falkinder, who had acquired it for £600 from his deferred pay following the war. By the early 1950s, Falkinder decided to subdivide part of his property. Jim Hanford surveyed the land, and Jack Colger of Labrador was the selling agent for the new residential estate. The venture was managed by Wilmore and Randall, who were experienced developers, with Mr. Milton Grant acting as the local manager. Falkinder eventually sold the land to Jays, a company owned by Hanford and Colger. In 1962, they were forced to sell some of the land, but went on to develop the rest together until in 1977, Hanford acquired full control of the company. Over the years, Hanford owned, either independently or in partnership, significant areas of land in Paradise Point, including Sovereign, Andes and Griffin Islands, and his home at the top of the point on 10.8 hectares of land, where he had a private airfield and golf course. A public boat ramp is available for use at Paradise Point. At the public boat ramp you'll find the toilets. So back where we were at the barbecue there weren't any toilets, so you'll just have to walk down the path, down the Esplanade, and then that will take you to the public boat ramp where the toilets are. Hello Pelican, I'm afraid I don't have anything for you, but it's very nice seeing you nonetheless. As always, there are warnings of potentially dangerous aquatic organisms. In other words, there could be sharks in the water. The Pelican doesn't seem too worried about it though. I have found online an aerial view over Paradise Point in around the 1970s, so I'll try and put that in now for you. A bike rack is available at Paradise Point. We've also got some more barbecues and a water tap and a dog bowl as well. And of course, lots more picnic areas. Looking out onto a fantastic view. By 1983, Paradise Point had approximately 1,400 homes, with more being built. With a growing community, the 200 members of Paradise Point and the Northern Districts Progress Association lobbied for improved amenities, including a community centre, street lighting, parking areas, bike racks, a fire station, improved drainage, and the Pine Ridge Environmental Park. Land was set aside for a police station. We've come to the end of our track now, so we're going to head inland but hug the coast as much as possible, and if you can see that building behind the tree, that's where we're going to aim to head to, and that will take us on a broad walk around Paradise Point. We've actually got some more paths. All we had to do was just go around this building and then we're back. Although I think the boardwalk could be happening quite soon, but we haven't quite lost the coastal path just yet. Just look at how clear that water is. Isn't that incredible? As we keep going on our walk, more barbecue areas are available, picnic areas, a water tap. However, I can't see any toilets on this side, so maybe back of the public boat ramp will be your closest toilets. And I've also just come across a bike rack next to the water fountain, in addition to a shower. Now, this sign is telling pedestrians to go onto the street, but I have a hunch that if I just follow this path and a lady's actually walking ahead of me, I'll be able just to go around the boardwalk. Fingers crossed. This view isn't half bad, is it? No siree. As I go around the boardwalk, looks like we're going past some cafes with residential apartments above them. However, things don't really look open. It's currently, it's 10 to 12, so maybe places don't open for lunch, or it could be due to COVID restrictions, they just haven't opened yet. So I found the village plaza, and the restaurant behind this sign does seem very busy. This is clearly the place to be. And I've also found a sculpture, which unfortunately isn't on now, but when it is, I'm sure will look even nicer than it does currently. What a view. We're just going to keep walking and we should end up at the mangroves. One thing I haven't mentioned, which I think I should, is this island ahead of us is Coomera Island. And we have made it to the mangroves. Lots of development going on. I came here a few months ago and they'd only just started this. It's incredible to see the progress that has been made. There is a gorgeous bird. It's got an orange head and its body and back is yellow turning to green, turning to blue. I'm sure you can't see it, but wow, is it magnificent. There it goes. What are you, bird? I've tried to look you up. Amazing. I'm practically a nature photographer. There's his friend. The colouring is just fantastic. Oh, what are you? I wish I knew. He's having a good lunch. They're both happy in this tree. I won't disturb them anymore. Amazing. I've just realised, but there are actually lots of these birds. I can currently see 4, but they're all flying around. This must be where they live, in the mangroves. And some are much bigger than others. I mean, well, not the fact that it's a big bird, but incredible. Just as a warning, there isn't a toilet around this area, so if you do need to go, I'd recommend backtracking, going to the plaza, or holding on until we get a bit further, but it is a bit of a walk, maybe 10 minutes or so. There are crabs in this mangrove. I don't know if you can see. He's kind of glinting in the sun there. We found a crab, and there's probably a lot more that are looking at me, but I just can't see them. I can only see him because he's glinting. Oh, there's another one moving behind him, and there's another one to the left. Actually, there's lots now that I look. Hopefully you can see them as well. Woohoo! We found the crabs. We're just going to walk to the end of the mangrove to take in the fabulous view. Oh, and there's something in the water. What's that? I don't know, maybe a bird going down to get some food. Look at that view. So we're leaving the mangroves now, and we're going to continue our walk around to where Paradise Point meets the Broadwater. I should mention on this walk that it is completely wheelchair accessible. I wonder how much new houses like these are going for. They've got an uninterrupted view, looking out onto the mangroves, and then presumably from the higher levels they'll be able to then see out onto the Broadwater as well. Pedestrians are reminded to keep to the left, and cyclists, please ring your bell to make pedestrians aware you're passing. Piers are available for you to do your fishing. And we're looking out now onto Sovereign Island. And look at this view. That's all I ever say, look at the view. Isn't that incredible? And there's Sovereign Island. Wow. You could have this pier all to yourself to do your fishing. And it's right next to the showers and a drinking fountain. So I've just checked this sign for the dog off leash area, and it just says you're allowed to take your dog off the leash so long as the owner is aware of other beach users and has the dog under control. I found a jellyfish, and there's another one, and another one, so do be careful when you're going in the water because you never know. We've made it to Paradise Point Parklands, and there is the fantastic view. These are the public toilets I was referring to, so we've made it past the Sovereign Island Bridge, and now we're looking out onto the Broadwater. Along this side of Paradise Point you'll find lots of water fountains, barbecue areas, picnic areas, all looking out onto the fantastic view of the Broadwater. You can see there we've got Sovereign Island and Effron Island. In the distance there you can see the Effron Island Bridge, and then you've got this fantastic beach. And there's someone's mega yacht. Final part of the history lesson for today. In latter years, Paradise Point was further transformed by the development of Andes and Griffin Islands into Sovereign Island and the subdivision of Ephraim Island into prestige waterfront housing with deep moorings capable of accommodating ocean cruisers. By 2016, over 9,000 people called Paradise Point and Holywell home. Well, there we have it. Thank you so much for exploring Paradise Point with me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I also hope you're having a good day. Until next time, bye!